There's been some pretty popular stuff throughout history, you know, like the bubonic plague. But when a game gets famous, an all too familiar word seems to enter into the conversation: overrated. So, I'll look at some games with this very accusation and see if they're good enough to keep me from writing this video. I'm guilty of hating on this game quite a bit. Honestly, most of that might just be because it's fun to hate on things that millennials like. Look, if you can call my videos late Gen Z, sure, I can make fun of Uggs, but I can see why they like this game. It's the classic Zelda formula of exploring dungeons, fighting bosses, and entering people's homes to break this shit. Only now you're playing it with a plastic fork. Ocarina of Time is so much more than a dungeon crawler. The characters have personality, even though whether or not that personality is good is debatable. The dungeons are the most complex they've ever been, and this is the most threatening Ganondorf in the whole series. Not only because of the man himself, but because of how badly he destroyed Hyrule. Maybe he went a little overboard though. I'm honestly amazed this managed to get an E. This game is far from perfect, but the tiny flaws the game has seems to be the main reason for people to call it overrated, which seems a little silly as a gotcha against people who like the game. We don't like the game because it's flawless, we like the game because we think it's good. Sure, maybe Majora's Mask is better. The criticism thrown at this game is a lot more reasonable to me than with OOT. That was the most boring sentence I've ever said, and I had to define the word context in school last week. I don't love the gameplay that much. The materia system means that no character has a unique ability anymore, which is just kinda lame to me, but FF7 is still also pretty good. The story's pretty interesting. It's kinda like Strange World. Oh, you never watched that. I think the main issue with this game is just how massive it is now. The last thing FF9 got was an HD port and a cameo in a few spin-offs.
Looks like a major problem. Get it?
FF7 has remakes, spin-offs, remakes for those spin-offs. It's out of control. I have 3 of these. That's just more about me than the game, but Square has literally no reason to stop doing FF7. Look at these sales. Now look at the views on the best video on YouTube, Mario vs. SpongeBob. This is Square's biggest moneymaker, so I get why they're still doing it, but let's hope we get an FF9 remake before I turn 80.
Huh? Whose footprints are these? What was that noise?
This is a stealth action game. That is, when the game is done playing cartoons at you that last longer than the Bible. Explore to get past security measures and fight bosses like Psycho Mantis, Revolver Ocelot, and SS Sniper Wolf. Just look out for the... anyway, Snake looks really dumb on my thumbnail, so I'm gonna move on. British person, please forgive me. This game isn't that stupid or pretentious, but...
Raiden, disregard what I just told you. The most important thing for you to do now is enjoy a mouth-watering Egg McMuffin sandwich from the new all-day breakfast.
Mario 64 is also pretty good, but I have my own gripes. Mario isn't unplayable, but he controls like he's throwing rollerblades dipped in grease. Yeah, that's about right. Probably a skill issue, but shut up. Mario is... You know what? I don't have to explain this game. You know what Mario 64 is. This game is pretty massive. The N64 underperformed, and even then, this game sold 12 million copies. That's only 2 million less sales than every Pokemon game on the N64 combined. And Pokemon is just, you know, the most successful media franchise of all time next to Michael Ratz. If you were a kid in the mid-90s, it's not unlikely at all that you got this game. So was this game so well loved because of nostalgia, or am I just bad at platformers? Well... the answer is yes, but also... If you have something to say about my video, or you want to call me a nerd, then you could leave a comment. That'd be really cool because I read all of that. Okay, back to the video. Whether or not a game lives up to the hype is worth discussing, but I'm glad people enjoy games like Metal Gear Solid and Mario 64 as much as they do. Whether or not a game is overrated shouldn't affect your enjoyment of it. So keep on being a swaggerlicious gamer. Okay, I don't know how to end this. So that was the video. I can't do funny edits when I make outros, so I'm done. Okay, bye.